Dyche out. Welcome to Grumpy Old Reds. I have put 18 rated in the title, so I don't know which way this goes tonight, but as always, we'll see as we go along. So make sure you liked, make sure you subscribed, make sure you check out the sponsors, OK Jerseys. You can get your shirts for 15 quid. Use code FFTV for a further 8% off. And let's just jump straight into I'm more angry from full time to now than I was during the match. It's like I just can't get over this game. Ben, you're a Dyche sexual. Go on, what you got to say?
Yeah, I mean, I'll see how long I can go without the flip flop video playing. Yeah, yesterday was it was awful to go to Elland Road, and I mean the first 15 minutes were dreadful in itself. You know, to go there and just sit back and let them attack us. They should have scored, to be fair, in the first 15 minutes, and they had more than a few chances. But the overall game was shocking. The thing that annoyed me from the get-go, and I'm sure you guys probably agree, was the lineup. There was a number of things wrong with the lineup. So we know Morato in a back four is not very good. You could argue that he's not great anyway. I would put at least one of those goals, probably the first one, on Morato's shoulder, because he just leaves his man. When you watch the replay, he's just stood in the middle of nowhere. He loses his man. I don't think he's good enough for our team. Dominguez playing as a winger. Why are we playing Dominguez as a winger when we've got people like Hutchinson on the bench? When we've got dedicated, we've got our star signing in terms of revenue, in terms of kind of cost, sat on the bench. We know Hutchinson's good, and he's playing Dominguez there. I don't get that. Why is he relying on Abbott, who, let's be fair to Abbott, he would probably be best loaned out to a championship team so that he can have some experience instead of being thrown in what is effectively a 6-point match against Leeds. He's got Nets, who, and look, I don't know much about Nets, but I do know that he's played something like 100 games in the Bundesliga. And I tell you what, when Nets came on that pitch, and even when Luka came on that pitch, they made a huge, huge difference to our team. Why is Sean Dyche so against starting new players? It's almost like Edu brings these players in, but Dyche doesn't want to play them. There's no connection whatsoever between the people who are recruiting the players and the management, and I just think it's not good enough. And then he starts bringing on players like Ndoye. Like, Ndoye's done nothing for us the whole season. It's just his team selection is not good enough. His subs were too late again. It's becoming annoying, like to the point where I think I texted our chat yesterday and said, is anybody going to bother watching the second half? Because not only are we losing games, but we're losing them badly. And I think the biggest difference between Nuno and Dyche is that we heard all season long with Nuno, and the reason we did so well is because of the mentality of the players. I don't think that's there. They're not stepping up for these games. They step up for the Big Six games where they want to get bought by a Big Six team. But as soon as we play someone like Leeds United, they do not give a shit. They give absolutely zero shit. And if we don't have our first 11 on that pitch, our squad, our so-called squad in terms of the kind of full 20, 22, whatever it is, they're not good enough. If we lose players like Murillo, if we lose a single player, we lose someone like Sells. I mean, Ortega yesterday was shocking, a shocking debut for him. But if we don't have our literal first 11 on that pitch, these players who we've spent £250 million on in the summer, they are not good enough. They are not good enough to wear the Forest shirt. And I think a lot of that is down to mentality, because we know some of these players are decent, right? We know people like McAtee. I know he's not started well, but some of these players, Ndoye, even for Switzerland, I know it's different, but we know they've got quality, but the manager's not getting it out of them. The only way Dyche is winning games at the moment is if our full 11 is fit, but he can't get it into the squad players. And I think
are you for or against Dyche, right? I can't keep up with you. You sound like you're Dyche out.
I've just been saying to Ant, or I've been saying to you and Ant before. I kind of want to say Dyche out, but I feel like
we have a flip flop. Everyone changes their.
I walked into that one. I feel like we're going to beat Wolves. That's the thing. And then I feel like
what does that change? What does that change if we beat Wolves?
What I'm sensing from Dyche is that we win a match and then we lose a match, and then we win a match and then we lose a match, and that may be
if
good.
only that were true.
It may be good enough come the end of the season.
Win a match, then losing a match, then winning a match. That would be good enough.
Yeah, well, I'm sensing a similar pattern to that. But
that'd be how many points? 19.
About 50, mid 50s.
Yeah, 50 odd points, nearly 60 points.
Yeah, we'd be a
mid-table
team. I mean, the statisticians amongst us would argue that if he came in when Ange did, that's where we'd be. But nevertheless, I'm not happy with Dyche. I think he's losing the players. And if West Ham get to the same points as us, I think that's the season over, because I don't think they've got the mentality to keep us in that league. I think at that point, if West Ham did catch us, I think you would have to change manager, because I think the mentality of the squad at that
Why wait, Ben? I don't get it.
I understand.
It's like call for the ambulance when you're halfway down the cliff rather than when you're on the cliff edge.
Yes, I can understand your point. In theory, you could change it before the Wolves game, okay? But I just got a feeling, and I am the top predictor in the YouTube world. I think we're gonna win the Wolves game, and then I think everybody's going to be back on board. And I know it's flip flopping, and I know it's reactionary, but that's how it is at the moment. But just a few more points to make. Anderson's corners are absolutely dreadful. Why can somebody who's been called up for England, who looks so good for England, why do they put a corner out on the other side of the pitch? I don't understand it. Like, this is basic stuff. Like, people at school can put a decent corner in. Why can a professional footballer who plays for England not take a corner?
My 15-year-old kid scores direct from corners, man. It's like
exactly. The long ball tactic from Dyche, I can't stand it. What did we make? Was it 52 long balls and about 33 completion percentage? I think you said on your video earlier. Yeah, it's just getting boring. The thing is, that can work against the Big Six team because of the way they play. But when you're playing someone like Leeds who are just aggressive and trying to run past us, it's not working. And he doesn't seem to be able to get it. I don't think the recruitment team is aligned with Dyche. I think the mentality's gone. And maybe he needs to go now. Maybe we need to wait for the Wolves game. I'd wait for the Wolves game, but I'm teetering. I'm yet to be convinced. I'm sure Ant will convince me that he needs to go.
Just before I bring Ant in, I love you, Jay, for this question, bro. Who instead, please don't say anyone else, literally put the janitor in charge? He'll do a better job. Anyone. Yeah. My only criteria is not Thomas Frank.
In fact, the answer is anyone else.
Yeah. I said in the video today, any human that has the ability to breathe, I will take over Dyche.
I wouldn't put that criteria on it.
Not kidding.
Yeah, I'd have a stick in his coffin on the edge of the pitch than him. Seriously, I absolutely mean it.
I hate him. I literally hate him. Big up to Matt as well with the 199. He goes, players playing to activate relegation clauses. The players are a bunch of charlatans. We'll get onto the players as well. But let me bring Ant in. Please do hit the like button and make sure you subscribe. As you're asking where Rob and Ez are, Ez is seeing family out in the Far East, and Rob is out tonight.
Far East.
And I'm going out tomorrow, so that's why we had to do it tonight. Anyway, it's a whole thing. As
it's so fed up with Dyche that he literally left the continent.
He left the country. Yeah,
he left the country.
Yeah. Big up the S-Man Brown with the 199. He goes, I'd call Mountain Rescue.
I did mention that. Well, I did say you don't need them when you.
Oh,
but that's even better.
Thanks for the 199. Go on then. A lot of people in the chat saying looking forward to hearing Ant's
Yeah,
opinion.
I think they're going to be.
I'll have to say, just before I bring you in, you got a lot of negative comments for your rant during the transfer window.
Well, I don't think it was a rant. I felt quite. You know, sometimes I go off the deep end, and afterwards I'm thinking, "Oh, you bloody idiot!" What? But on that particular one, I thought, no, I was reasonable. I thought I was perfectly reasonable. I set out my reasons, and I, obviously, I stick to those reasons. And I was going to say there were a few negative comments saying things like "you're an idiot." Okay, fair enough. You don't have to. That makes you feel better. And you're not a Forest fan. Interesting, that one. I won't go through my credentials again, but interesting, that one. So basically, I said all I needed to said last time. So I'm not going to go through it all again because it's terrifically boring. But what I would say, I got in trouble from a few people for saying that I wouldn't, after the Wolves game, because I've already got my ticket, I wouldn't go to another match under Dyche. And I got accused of not being a proper fan. Well, what else can I do? What else can I do to express my deep, heartfelt displeasure at the management team at Nottingham Forest? What else can I do? Would you prefer that I went and started screaming at Dyche? Would that make it better? I don't think it'd help the team. I don't think it'd help anybody. So I'd rather just stay away until he's gone because he's making me depressed. And if you think that's bad, I'll tell you something even worse. I watched the first half yesterday and I thought, F this. I'm not watching the second half of this. I'm not watching it. I have absolutely zero confidence that we will pull it out the bag and put in a decent performance. I was once again watching the destruction of my club, my team and my club by this inept manager and his assistants. I do need to, when the team news came out, I do need to question, where did Zach Abbott play yesterday?
Right back, wasn't it?
Played at right back. What's his actual position?
Centre back. He can. The thing is,
no, Crypto, don't do this. Don't do this. He is a centre back. All his life he's been a centre. Don't. I can see he's starting to laugh, and I mean it.
I'm not laughing.
Don't do it.
All I'm going to say, Anne, in response,
I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear what you've got to say. I didn't interrupt you. I don't want to hear what you've got to say.
All right, let then I'll bring you back
it'll
in.
Be shite. Right?
Go on.
Zach Abbott is a very young, very inexperienced, and quite frankly, not good enough player. He should not be put in a position to play against Leeds United at Elland Road in a vital, not must win, but vital relegation scrap. And he puts Zach Abbott at right back and puts Morato at centre back. Why not put Nets at left back? I'd personally have Abbott in the centre, but let's leave Morato in the centre if you like, and I know where he belongs on the right. I know he's a left, but he's brilliant on the right. Why not do that? That way you're interrupting two positions, but you're filling one with an experienced left back, and the other one you can have Morato or Abbott. There's much of a muchness, right? But why disrupt everything and put people out of position? It makes no sense.
Can I just interrupt you? And apologies, but I don't know if you're aware of this. And at the risk of making you angry, Murillo got injured late because of extended running drills. By the way, I'm assuming boot tests. Apparently, Dyche's plan was to play Morato centre back and play Murillo left back.
Yeah, well, that's just as bloody stupid, isn't it?
That's dumb.
He's destroying two positions instead of one. It's dumb. Why are you playing Murillo at left back? No. You play Nets at left back and Murillo in the middle, and Milenkovic and Aina. What's wrong with that back four?
It's too normal.
The man is crazy. The man is... No, he's not crazy. He just is inept. So anyway, we played pretty much how I was expecting us to play. This is 2 times against Everton, Fulham, Crystal Palace. I've heard people say, including another podcast, that we played well against Crystal Palace. I'm sorry. I think you know my position on that. Plus this game against Leeds. I'm going to say something now, and I've resisted. And you know I've resisted saying this all season because I just thought it was inconceivable. I'm a bit late to the party, guys, but I do believe we are now in a relegation scrap. And I tell you what, not only are we in a relegation scrap, but if we don't get rid of this douchebag, we could end up going down. Look at our players.
You're saying we're in a relegation battle?
That's what I'm saying.
Officially.
It was inconceivable.
We have a flip-flop. Everyone changes their mind.
I think that's a little unfair. Because, you know, at the beginning of the season, if you looked at our squad, even now, if you look at our squad, even yesterday, you looked at our squad and you looked at their squad, and ours is better by a long way. And I don't know what else to say. I mean, I could go on and on and on about the things that this manager does wrong and has done wrong.
And 9 of the players that started
do wrong, by the way. He's not going to stop being wrong. Sorry, go on.
No, just to add as well, 9 of the players that started for Leeds played for them in the Championship last season.
Yeah. They weren't great yesterday. People will say they were. They weren't. I mean, I know people hate me to mention Arsenal, but I watched them play Arsenal last week. They were just crushed, like what they are. Fodder. You know, people say that they're doing well. They've not won a lot of games. You know what I mean? And not only that, I don't mind. If we went to Leeds and we had a hard battle with them and we came out on the end of a 2-1 loss, you think, okay, fair enough. But it wasn't like that, was it? We went up there, and before we even got on the pitch, we'd surrendered.
Yeah.
We'd surrendered before we got on the pitch. Their eyes was lit up. Down their left-hand side, it was, hey, fun. There was nothing there. What the hell is Dominguez doing playing there? You're going to play Dominguez, play him in his right position and play him in the right tactics. Don't leave him out on the right, one-on-one with somebody. That's not his game. His game is pressing, not defending. That's not his game. Why are you playing him there? I say, this is what I didn't want to do, because I can go on and on and on. I can go on about Hudson-Odoi. I can go on about why wasn't Hutchinson playing. There's so many things wrong.
Well, let's start with the team sheet then. Let's start and dissect this team sheet, because as soon as we went live with the watch along yesterday, everyone, like to a T, every man, woman, child, boy, girl, everyone in the comments was like, what the hell is this team lineup? We're just fans. You know what I'm saying? We're not freaking tactical geniuses. Every single person, big up to you all in the chat. I didn't see one who's saying, I like this team, because the balance was wrong. The players were being played out of position, and you had players who have shown as a whiff of form who can't get near this team, and players who have stunk it out, apart from against Wrexham, who are still getting chosen, who bloody was in a cast the other day. Like, how does he come up with these team selections, man? It's
as a manager,
baffling.
You're a manager, and you're quite a successful manager, if you don't mind me saying.
3 promotions.
You know, that level.
Thank you.
If you saw your lad and another one of your players being absolutely roasted for 10 minutes solid down like the left-hand side, for example, would you not do something about it? Would you not think,
literally pulled my kid off by his
problem
hair.
There. I need to do something. Or would you just leave it?
Grabbed him by his hair and dragged him off when he's pissed me off that much. So yeah,
it's just like we were being tortured down there. That Goodmanson, I think he had 3 crosses in the first 5 minutes. Boom, boom, boom. You know.
They had something like 5.
Goodmanson, by the way, is not a tricky winger.
They had 5 corners in the first 11 minutes.
We had 10 in the whole game.
10 corners
10.
we had.
Yeah, but Anderson's corners just got out of place. What's the point?
Yeah, that's another thing, Ben. Actually, sorry, I won't go on much longer. But you know, I love Anderson. I think he's a superb quality football player. but he ain't a corner taker. And that's just not one of his skills. He should be. A man of his talent should be able to put in a decent cross, but it isn't. It's like with MGW. Don't keep persevering because of the name. You're persevering, Dyche, because it's MGW. Now it's Anderson. Do lots and lots of training, lots and lots of putting balls in from different players and find out who delivers the best. I hope it's not Anderson in training that delivers the best corners.
Straight out the other side.
God help us if it is. Find out whoever's the best. And if it's Aina from left back or right back, let him take them.
What's happened to Aina's long throws?
Now, aren't they? Free kicks, corners, such an important part of football, and we're wasting ours, wasting them.
Yeah, but it's the manager who's the master at dead ball.
The coaches choose that. I've got to say, and I said it earlier, I don't know why we played. I love Dominguez, but I don't know why we're playing him as a winger when we've got Hutchinson. When Hutchinson comes on, he can cross the ball. He can really cross the ball. That cross onto Luca's head, I thought he took that goal really well, by the way. That's the type of player we need on the pitch, because our other players seemingly can't cross the ball very well. Sometimes, again, it's lack of consistency, but sometimes Callum Hudson-Odoi can cross it okay. Sometimes N'Doye can cross it okay. I'm kind of done with N'Doye, to be honest, but I just want to see Hutchinson start, especially if Luca's going to be there in that centre forward position.
Believe he's not, Ben. I can't believe he's not started for so many games. He went through that period where he was the most exciting player, who looked the most promising player that we had to create something, and then he just drops him and doesn't.
And he never really looked that bad. He didn't have a reason to drop him.
No, it wasn't like he had a terrible, shocking game and he dropped him for
exactly. The other thing as well, and if we're going back to the lineup, I know we've kind of gone through it, but was it right? And I guess it's just an opinion, but was it right after Angus Gunn had a decent performance to just put Ortega straight in? Because we know Ortega has had some good success at his previous club, but he looked awful to me yesterday. And I know it's his debut, and I know you could make excuses for him, but why not just keep consistent and play Gunn?
I get what you're saying, but I just don't think you can on that one. Like, if it was between him and freaking what's that American dickhead called? I forgot his name. Matt Turner. Then you know what I'm saying. Then like you're obviously going to
you think because it's Ortega, you play Ortega.
Ortega's got a bit about him, so I can't say Dyche called it wrong by putting Ortega in over Gunn. I wouldn't have said it the other way around either. If put Gunn in
neither would I. But I mean, that back line was shocking. I completely agree with Ant. The back line should have been Nets on the left, Aina on the right, and I would have had Milenkovic.
But Ben, he doesn't know who Nets is. Like, should this not be worrying the Forest fans?
Well, this is what I was saying earlier. The recruitment from, I presume, is Edu and Edu's team. How is the recruitment not lined up with the manager? Because he doesn't want to play them. And even when he brought them on yesterday, they came on in like the 65th minute when we were already 2-0 down. Like, why not change it at half time? This Nets guy, I haven't heard of him either, but he's got 100 Bundesliga appearances. He's going to be better than Abbott. And I don't want to talk down on Abbott because I don't think it's fair, but Abbott is an academy player. He should be on loan at a championship team. Imagine, Ryan Yates 5 years ago. Ryan Yates is not much better than he is now, but 5 years ago he was even worse. Not to fire shots at Ryan Yates, but look, Nets should have started in that. He's been bought in to play to cover Nico Williams. That's literally the reason he's been bought, is to cover that position, and he doesn't get to start. And when Nets came on, I tell you what, he put good as well.
I was just saying, how many managers, right, are fortunate enough to be owned by somebody that when they get an injury, the next thing they go out and buy a replacement? How many managers are lucky enough to have that happen? Normally, you have to make do. So they do that, and you're right. It would be Edu and his crew that bought him. So does that mean that Dyche is automatically entitled to say no? I don't want him. No, he's a head coach. You do what you're told.
He should have.
That to me is almost like, and we've seen it from managers before, to be honest, at other clubs and ours, that are spiteful to the club to satisfy their own ego. Well, we don't want that.
I've got to say as well, I was impressed with Luca because not only did he score, but he was the only one who was picking the ball out of the back of the net and saying, "Come on, let's get on with it."
Yeah,
He's never played with. He doesn't know anything about.
By the way, I know this because I watched FFTV's members goals thing. So that's how I went on before to watch it. So.
But why is somebody
couldn't understand what they're on about? Couldn't understand what they're on about. Very funny language, but the picture said it all.
Why
it's
is
useful,
why,
it's
why,
useful, isn't it?
why is a player
Talking 99p.
why is a player who's never played for Forest before the one who's telling the team to get on with it? Where's that I know you guys don't like, I know you don't like talking about leadership and captains, but what's our captain doing? Why are the players who are senior players there involved in this senior team? Why are they not pushing the team on?
Yeah, I know why. Because the rest of the team have seen it all before. Luca, it's like, we could get back, and all the rest of
it's still a little green behind the ears kind of thing, isn't it? Listen, there's already 650 of you guys in here. Please do me a massive favor. Hit the like button. Make sure
I'm getting my drinks all mixed up tonight.
Thank you so much again for getting us to 36k. We're already nearly at 36.1k, which is absolutely crazy. You guys are all legends. Huh?
I've hit it. So it's 6K.
Match past it, mate. We're about to hit 36.1.
Well done.
Big up. Let's give the chat a nice little. Let's catch up with super chats.
You know that all went wrong, don't you?
Well,
we couldn't hear any of that. It was like weird.
And you muted your voice as well. So all we could hear was
Dyche probably sabotaged.
It sounded a bit like Rob.
Anyway, big up Joker with a 199. He goes, go on and rip Dyche apart. I think Dyche is just ripping himself apart. I really do. Thank you, Joker.
It actually gets boring because you're saying the same things over and over again.
Honestly, imagine doing videos every day where you have to talk about this fucking pig, man. It's like, honestly, it's just like a sweaty, nasty pig. And I have to talk about him every day. God damn him.
I want you to give us an appraisal of his post-match interview in a minute.
Oh, that was shocking.
Again, full admission, I didn't watch it.
I'll tell you this, right? It's amazing when Forest win how quick their official YouTube site gets that pig onto the channel. They still haven't posted a post-match on the website as we sit here now. It's amazing. The highlights as well, if we've won, boom, straight on there. You want to see the highlights after we lost? Suddenly dial up internet connection. Big up Vic with the £2. He goes, genuine think Dyche is taking the piss. But I think he thinks he's a football genius. Thank you for the £2. And thank you, the S-Man, again with the 199. He goes, Dyche was Cloughie's best mate after all. Yep, facts.
Apparently.
You know what I'm saying? Dyche was his best man at his wedding and everything. It just sickens me when he talks about Clough. It really does. Big up to you, my boy Martin, my guy with the 39 months, absolute legend. And Heath with the 199. He says, thoughts on us getting Eddie Howe if he's available. I will refer you back to what I said. I've said since the day before he was appointed, and Ez has, Ben has not. Give me anyone that can breathe. And doesn't even care about the breathing bit.
Yeah, for me, that's not important.
James, I know you've written this a few times now. Go back and watch the first 10 minutes after the stream ends, and you'll find the answer.
Can I just say something? I had a message from my brother at 10 o'clock this morning. This is going back to your highlights thing. Say, woke up to the highlights reel of the game from Forest. How the hell have they got the guts to put that out there on the internet?
Did you see the video with Dyche being interviewed about Man City today? It's going around Twitter. Yeah. That would have really triggered you. So there's a video going around Twitter where they're asking Dyche about how he was trying to beat Man City, and he kind of said it in a jokingly way, but he was being serious. Is that when it came to the tactics and they put the PowerPoint on the presentation, usually on the board, they usually do a PowerPoint presentation with like different slides and stuff. And he just had one slide and all the players were in their own box. And he was like,
6 yard. No, in the 6 yard box. Get it right. Yeah, and they
That's
said to him,
triggered loads of people online.
yeah, and then it triggered me. No, and then they said to him, he's like, yeah, you know, even when I joked I couldn't get a result against City, and they're like, what was the score? He goes, we lost 5-0. It's like, so you packed everyone in the 6-yard box, you bellend, and you still couldn't, you know, do anything.
You know what? Dyche probably wakes up and thinks every morning, like, how the hell did I manage to steal a living doing this?
I think this is part of the issue, isn't it? That it's got a reputation of a defensive manager, but for me, Mourinho is a defensive manager, but he's brilliant at it. Dyche is a defensive manager and still let loads of crap goals in. That's what I don't get. You know,
it's true though. It's true. It really is. Look, let's talk about the players, okay? And I'll say it on here. I've said it on Patreon a while back. There's so much beef with the Brazilian boys and Dyche, like pure beef, and stuff that hasn't been settled. There you go, chat. Some little inside gossip for you. They don't like him. They don't like his style, and it's a core of the Brazilian boys. And I can't blame them. Big up to the Brazilians. Keep fighting the good fight is what I'm saying. Don't let this dickhead change the way you want to play football. But some of those players on there are so bad as well. I don't know if it's Dyche making them bad or they've just been overhyped. And I want to start at Callum Hudson-Odoi. I'm sorry. I tried. I keep thinking maybe it's me. Maybe I'm not seeing what everyone's telling me to see in Hudson-Odoi. I just think he's shit. I don't think he's quick. I don't think he's just a one-trick pony. Like, it was a chance yesterday where he could have laid the ball back in the box and he still shot, and it was straight at the keeper. Even his finesse shot, man, he hasn't got the play styles anymore in FIFA. He ain't got the silver one or the plus one or the gold one on there. He can't finesse them into the corners. I don't know what he does. I think he thinks he's better than he is, and I would drop him.
But I think he was always better as a super sub. He used to be really good when he would come on, and because the thing is with Cho, if he cuts inside and shoots for 90 minutes, he's going to get found out pretty quickly. If he comes on for 20 minutes at the end of the game, he might get away with it once or twice. But for me, after what I've been seeing recently, I would have Hutchinson on that left-hand side, and I'd probably put NGW on the right, because I think that's where he's looked in his best position. So Cho, for me, is back to being a super sub. I don't think we need him to start the games. He's not offering that much.
But he's what's he done as a super sub then?
He's one of those players who you can tell he's got skill, but he's inconsistent. But again, he needs coaching. He needs an actual coach. You know, when Nuno was with us, he coached some players into being better players. Like I said last goal, the only person I've seen improve under Dyche is Ryan Yates, and that's because he told him to run forwards instead of backwards. Literally the only player I've seen improve. He needs a proper coach, and I don't think our coaches are up to it. Because, and I'm not going to talk down about his Woney and Stoney, but things like corners, like that should be coached. Set pieces, it should be coached. Whether it's
Wone was an expert at the dead ball. His free kicks were majestic.
Yeah, just because you're good at
corners were good. Yeah, why isn't he coaching these bloody things? And if he is, why is he doing such a crap job about it?
Even if you're good at it, it doesn't mean you can teach someone else. Teaching someone is a completely different thing.
Not only that, but coaching for free kicks is not just about the free kick taker. It's about what everybody else does as well, because not all free kicks are straight goal attempts. So Woney might be good at taking a free kick into the top corner. That doesn't mean he can tell players where to go and everything. I mean, he obviously can't.
But, but what I'm saying is he could. There's techniques on taking corners in terms of
I agree with that.
And I know, and I fully agree with what you're saying. Right? I'm not saying, but it's not hard to line. You know what? Again, only talking under 15 levels. Yeah. When I'm doing corner routines of my lot, what do? I'm not reinventing the wheel. Who are the best corner takers? Arsenal. I set up my kids to play.
I've said it before.
Arsenal. Literally, the next game was scoring a goal, and then pretty much every other game was scoring corner goals. It's not hard, man. There's no freaking royalties. There's no copyright agendas when it comes to these things. Copy tactics.
The best copy the best. That you know what I mean? That's what you do. You copy the best.
Exactly. Like
The thing
if you're that uncreative, just copy them. Seriously, it's not hard to do.
The thing that really annoys me, and I have no idea what they're saying, but when the camera always cuts to Dyche and he's got his hand in front of his face, muttering to Stoney and
Like
Woney,
anybody cares.
like constantly, like, what are you saying? Like, oh, lads,
You know what they're saying?
You want to go for a Starbucks after this, lads? Like, what's he saying to them?
He's like, hey guys, hey Woney, when I do this, I can smell my own fucking breath. Man.
You know what? That's funny you should say that, because I actually hate this modern thing of doing that. Who cares what they're saying? Who cares what they're saying?
And they're obviously not saying anything.
Hang on. God, he's a bit eager, this young lad is. Also, it makes me think exactly that. Every time I see him doing it, I think they're sniffing to see if they've got bad breath. And I can't help it. I can't get it out of my brain.
I hate him. I actually hate him.
On Clements and Adoy, I'm a bit uncertain, because I know this is going to sound like a boring old scratch record, because I would be repeating myself. But whilst that man is in charge, I find it difficult to judge the players, because they're either being played out of position or they're being made to play the wrong tactics. You know, if you put Hudson-Odoi into another team, would he be performing better because of the system? I believe that's possible.
Yeah,
I'm not saying definitely, but I believe it's possible. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
it's like Maxley, isn't it?
We know he's got talent, don't we? We've seen it. We know he's got talent.
I disagree.
Though,
bro, I disagree. I'm being serious.
Yeah,
like,
nevertheless, whether you agree or disagree, do you agree that it's difficult to judge him when he's being played in the system he's been played in? If you don't, that's fine. But
I'll tell you why I don't. I'll tell you why I don't. Because in a better system, obviously he would look a better player. Okay, with a better manager, he would look a better player. But you can still be slightly less shit than the other shit that's around you with a shit manager.
I don't know. It's hard sometimes.
But at some point, these players are going to have to take actions into their own hands and say, fuck you, Dyche. We're just going to play football. At some point, they've got to do this.
I said on a previous GOR, when people were having a go at the players, now listen, I'm not here to protect the players. They don't need protecting, right? But as I said on a previous GOR, they must hate playing in that situation, in that tactical scenario, and they must hate playing for that manager. They must hate it, particularly, as you mentioned, the Brazilian players. Why would any Brazilian want to play for? I mean, can you imagine Dyche in the Brazilian league? It wouldn't happen, would it? Let's be honest.
You imagine him in Brazil, fucking lobster.
You know, so it must be so disheartening to walk out. People like Milenkovic, he could be part of the success. He was part of a successful team last season. This season, he must be fed up. He's wasting his career.
I was just gonna say, do you think the Brazilian boys, when they were growing up in the back streets of Rio and what have you, were like, let's see if we can emulate this great Sean Dyche that we've heard about across in Europe? Yeah, let's all put 10 men in the 6-yard box. Oh, lads, we've been playing all these freaking, Tremello.
I know you're Brazilian, but who wants to play in defense? All of you, come on.
Why does he sound like Kermit the Frog?
I know,
he's driving us crazy. He's driving us crazy.
He sounds a little bit like Mickey Mouse. Hey, bro.
But look, we've discussed how bad the decision was in the team selection. For me, boys, and I'd like your take on it and yours as well, chat. Make sure you've hit the like button as well. The biggest criminal act for me was that the same 11 appeared at the start of the second half. Can someone please explain to me how you go 2-0 down after playing as shit as we did? Apart from that, there was a 10-minute period, about 15 minutes in, where I was like, okay, we've weathered the storm and we're looking all right. But then after they scored and then they scored again, it was done. That you send out the same 11 again to expect what? And then when they scored 4 or 5 minutes into the game, the camera cuts to him after he's had his nose pick. He's there looking shocked. He actually looked shocked. Like, wait, hold on. How have they scored when I've just had my team talk and sent out the exact same players? It's like someone needs to explain to me why those 11 players came back out on the pitch.
I can't. I
can't explain it.
I couldn't believe it. I was lost for words, to be honest. But it was shocking. And the annoying thing is, if Luke had come on and Hutchinson at that half time, maybe we could have got out of the game. I'm not saying we would have done, but maybe, because they came on, they changed the game, and Nets as well. Nets came on and changed the game, and it's like you said earlier, it's so obvious to all us fans. I don't understand why these managers who get paid, millions of pounds a year, they can't see something so obvious. It's like, if you're 2-0 down, obviously you need to make changes. Even if you've picked your strongest 11, if you're 2-0 down, something needs to change. And he always changes things late. So he always changes things in the 60th minute. I know Rob showed some research a few minutes about his late changes and stuff, but it's not good enough. And to be honest, our squad is not good enough, I don't think. Like I said earlier, first 11, good. As soon as we lose one person, all it takes is you lose Murillo, you lose Sells. You're basically losing the game, and it shouldn't be like that. You should have people on the bench who can compete.
The manager's got no tactical awareness. Inability to change his tactics to suit the situation, hasn't he?
I agree, Ant, but I also think that he's not getting into the players, the squad players, the mentality that if they have an opportunity, they need to step up to the level that the first team do. Because I don't think they do. I think a lot of them sit on the bench, and when they come on, they're like, I hardly ever play. What's the point, kind of thing. I just think it's all wrong. Nuno got us through the season before with this mentality. They spoke about it all the time. They said it's so good in the changing room. Everyone gets on really well. And I know that's not to do with football, but that belief and that team spirit clearly meant something. And I think we've completely lost that under Dyche. And that's why I am starting to sway to the maybe Dyche out brigade, because if he can't get the changing room to be mentally in it, and we are in a relegation battle now, as soon as they see West Ham catches, I think their heads go down, and I think that's it. So
wait, what is? I need to understand this, and I'm kind of glad you're not Dyche out, because I want to get into the psyche of this. What is it that you were seeing that makes you not be Dyche out? If that question makes sense.
I mean, well, Ant's going to hate this, but his win percentage record is pretty much about 10th.
What is it? What is it?
Well, before the game, it was 54.
No. The last time you brought it up was 2 games ago.
Okay, and there wasn't 2 games ago. After last game, it was 54, so it's probably 52.
No, it wasn't, because we drew with Palace, so that will chunk it back.
It's in the 50. Sorry.
Chat. Can someone check, please? Someone.
It's in the 40s.
I'm on the case.
It's in the 40s. So it's probably about 42. I think it was about 45.
I don't care if it's 85. It's not good enough.
So wait, okay. So let's grant that.
See, look, Mark. After 4 years, you finally agree with me.
Okay, so you've given me win percentage.
Yeah, but I know.
By the way, I want.
No, because I know you don't like win percentage. But what I'm thinking of is, if you're Marinakis, right? You have to take into consideration stats, because at the end of the day, as fans, we want to see exciting football. We want to see, good football on the pitch, good team spirit, blah, blah, blah. As an owner,
do you know who our best win percentage is?
Brian Clough.
Brazil.
Stuart Pearce. Do you know who our second best percentage winner is? Nuno Espirito Santo. Frank Clark, Ron Atkinson, then Brian Clough.
Yeah,
I think that settles that argument, doesn't it?
My point is, if you're Marinakis,
no, it's pointless.
All you need is points, right, to stay up. You need points.
No. We're talking about how good a manager is.
if he's getting you points,
let's not confuse the issue, right? Sean Dyche is shit.
And if I said,
wait, hold on. He's in the 30s now. Big up to you, Pat Chosen.
Yeah. I can tell you exactly what they are. I mean, Brian Clough is .238. So what's that? 23.8. Shocking manager. Shocking manager.
That's not right. That's not right. Sure. When I checked before, Brian Clough was ahead of.
All right, but anyway, let me grant you win percentage, okay? Just for the sake of the argument. What else you got?
That's it. That's all I got. Because win percentage equals points. But look, we need points. Simon would back me up on this. We need points.
I feel like Simon's turning the
Right,
play.
so it's won 6, drawn 3, lost 8.
Say again.
He's won 6, drawn 3, lost 8.
6, 3,
Okay.
8, 11. So he's paid 19. Yeah.
So
right?
17 is paid.
So that okay.
6 divided by 17.
So my point.
His win percentage is 35%.
My point is
5.3. Yeah.
My point is, all he needs to do at the moment is stay ahead of West Ham. Yeah, I know. All he needs to do at the moment is stay ahead of West Ham. As soon as he gets to on level points with West Ham, and the only thing keeping us apart is goal difference, he has to go.
You're flip-flopping.
So I'm not. I'm just saying that if all we have to do this season is stay ahead of West Ham, we stay ahead of West Ham. We stay.
All right. Let me give you an analogy, Ben. Let me give you an analogy. Okay. Let's see if this analogy plays out. Let's say I'm not going to use you. Let's just say there's another Ben. Yeah, Ben X. Okay. Because I was about to say
this other Ben wears his hat the one way. Why do you wear your cap the wrong way round?
You say the wrong way around.
The wrong way around. What? Why?
Just,
no. I want to know why he wears his cap the wrong way around.
I'm only wearing it for 3 more weeks, and then I'm getting a hair transplant. So
that doesn't answer the question, does it? You're getting like Rob.
I'll turn it around for you if you want.
No. I was only asking. I wasn't suggesting it looks stupid. You look like an immature twat who thinks he's in the hood. I wasn't saying that.
I'm in the hood. I'm in Derby. I'm in the hood, man.
Anyway, right. Let me give you. Let's call this person Ben X. Okay. And let's say you went to the doctors and they found a lump in your left breast. Okay. Are you just gonna wait until that turns into full-blown cancer before you do anything?
Well, no.
Are you gonna take surgery and get it cut out?
Well, obviously you wouldn't wait. However, this is a slightly different scenario that you.
No, it's not.
Sean Dyche. If Sean Dyche beats Wolves on Wednesday and West Ham lose their next match, they're 6 points to get behind again with less.
The cancer spread too much. It's got into the bone marrow now. GG's. Game over.
No, it's not. I think we'll beat Wolves. I think we'll beat Wolves. And if we go 6 points ahead of West Ham plus goal difference, so effectively 7, then he's doing what he needs to do.
Okay, let me just ask you this. Why
are you talking about West Ham?
Why are you talking about going to the GPs?
No. I'm serious. Not we, although I do believe there's probably a few people that share this point of view. I want a good manager. I don't give a shit what West Ham are doing. I want a good manager.
And I agree. Look, I don't like Dyche's football, but I'm saying where we are right now, the main thing for me is survival in the Premier League.
And you think he's the best man for the job? Okay, no, that's okay. Like I've been told repeatedly, everybody has the right to their opinion.
Okay, let me ask you this, Ben. Let me ask you this, and we are kind of picking on you, but I don't really care. What percentage chance would you say Dyche has? He can take it. What percentage chance would you say Dyche has of beating Wolves on Wednesday? Objectively.
I would say about at least 70%.
70%. Any other manager on the planet that you want to pick, what percentage chance
100.
do you think they would have against Wolves?
Well, sure, I get your point. That it would be higher than Dyche for sure.
Yeah, so like you're playing with fire, even just by having him for Wolves. Because if we lose to Wolves, our run of games, I think, is then Liverpool, Brighton, Fulham, and then obviously we got a free win against Spurs. But still, that's a lot of weeks going through with no real points coming. We're not going to beat Brighton. Probably don't beat Liverpool.
This is all hypothetical. He could beat Wolves. He could beat Liverpool. He could beat Brighton. We could be 5th.
You can say it's hypothetical, but statistically, objectively, I would.
Yeah, but hang on a second. When I use statistics about his win percentage, you don't want to hear it. But now you're using statistics.
No, I'm using statistics about now. What?
You're just using statistics to fit your own
Well,
agenda.
I can't be using statistics, bro, when I'm talking about what I think can happen. Because that's not written on a stat. But my point here is very simple. If we blow it against Wolves, that's one trap door. But it's too late. That's a trap door that you've fallen through that you shouldn't fall through. I don't trust him with that Wolves game.
Yeah, but you never know when the right time is. I think we'll win the Wolves game. That's why
when the right time was before we appointed him. That was the right time.
I would have never.
I think we'll beat Wolves. Crypto. I think we'll beat Wolves.
I agree.
But I want him gone now, today. I don't care.
I understand.
If we beat Wolves, you see the deal. They're the worst, along with Derby, they're the worst team to ever grace the Premier League, right? So if we beat Wolves, that means nothing to me.
I tell you what,
and if we lose to Wolves, it will only confirm what I already know.
Now you've told me that Derby's record is in threat. I hope we lose to Wolves. I'll take one for the team. I hope we lose. I want Wolves to win.
Big up Sharpie slash Sharky slash so well groomed. Thank you for the £5. He goes, Dyche is a 1 point a game average manager throughout his career. Do you know what his overall Premier League stats are? I'd be interested to know that win percentage. But this year, 1 point a game won't be enough. I'm worried. Dyche out. Whoa! Sharky, man, you were in the group chat the other week, like telling us to all calm down, Sharky. What's happened?
We have a flip-flop. Everyone changes their mind.
If Sharky switched, God help us all. Thank you for the £5, bro. Big up Joker with 199. He goes, give us more bits stuff.
Behind the scenes.
Oh, behind the scenes stuff. We'll do a member stream.
You're not been showing them videos I've been sending you, have you?
Which ones? We'll do something. You know what? I'm doing a whole renovation in the kitchen. If you don't want me to film that.
Oh right, okay. I feel.
Yeah, but no, I haven't made any videos on it. Thank you for the 199. He's come back in with another 499. He goes, I'd rather listen to Rob talking about Cooper than listen to Crypto.
Listen, look, I have a bit of sympathy for Ben because he's our token Wazzock, right? And he plays the role well.
Exactly. If that's Joker.
Easy. Because I know Ben's not stupid. I know he's not stupid.
Well,
I know he behaves stupidly, but that doesn't mean he's stupid.
Joker.
I know that he tests Dyche and wants him out of the club.
Joker,
he's not going to admit to that, and he's going to keep on banging that drum.
You know who does still want Dyche? Bloody Chris, man.
Chris, yeah, exactly.
Chris,
now. Chris is mentally retarded, by the way. He has to be.
The thing is, Joker, if I sat here and said I'm Dyche out, then there'd be nobody who's Dyche in because Rob's not here.
See, you think you lot out there think we just throw this program together, don't you? You don't know how many hours and hours of pre-scripting there is, how many rehearsals.
So for the chat, I texted Ant earlier and said, Ant, I'm going to say Edu's name. Don't get triggered. Don't get triggered.
I'm not scared. I'm going to wind you up.
Yeah, I'm gonna call Ortega shit. Don't get triggered.
Matt Ford still loves Dyche. Oh God.
Yeah, I like Matt Ford, and he's I'm glad he's healthy and everything, but he is a dick.
Oh, that's okay. You like him, but he's a dick.
I don't like him, and I'm really happy that he's got over his health issues. It's very, commendable. And he's a nice guy as well. But his thoughts on Dyche are just insane.
Where Robin is, Rob's out tonight, and Ez is the other side of the world. So
don't believe that they're having a gay romp in the back of the van. I know what's going on.
Man, the alcohol's kicking in with Ant right now. It really is.
And the stream, Dave. And the stream. Poor old Crypto's on work. You know why, don't we, Crypto?
Yeah. Okay.
I said, you're on watch, aren't you? We know why.
What?
You're on what?
Why am I
you're on water? We know why.
Why on water? You said in the chat. You said that you're on water because you got absolutely smashed on Wicked last night.
That's because Dyche drove me to drink. Dyche has made me an alcoholic.
Is that why you're Dyche in?
That's why I'm Dyche in. He's made me an alcoholic. I love WKD so much that I appreciate Dyche for driving
shit,
you back out.
Sharky picked up 3 points on the
I was quite
A52.
handsome after 14 bottles of wicked.
Anyway, all right. Let's talk about the situation, guys and girls. So we find ourselves 17th still. I fucking hate the number 17.
You know what? I thought we'd done with this. Yeah, because
What?
before the season started, I thought that we'd done with any looking at the lower part of the table, any even thinking about the R word. Look at any thoughts of looking at shitty teams and hoping to lose. I thought we'd done with all that.
Okay.
We
So
discussed it earlier. Yeah.
The question becomes, we discussed.
Which one do you want to discuss, JJ?
Yeah, which one do you want to discuss? We'll discuss them. But the question becomes now, who's to blame for this shit show we're in? Now, I'm going to add a caveat here that you can't say the word Dyche. Okay?
You may as well just mute me then.
Who's to blame for you for this shit show we find ourselves in? I'll go first to give you boys a couple of seconds to think about it. I'm going to say Marinakis. Because every decision ends up on, and I love him, and it hurts me to say this, but he is starting to piss me off. Because where is my guy Marinakis, who would have already sacked Dyche in the tunnel yesterday, who would never have lowered his standards to appointing Dyche in the first place, who would never before would have been seduced like a bloody raven to silverware when he appointed Ange. I think a lot of blame for this season has to go to Marinakis. And a lot of praise obviously has to go for what he's built. And I love him. I love him for it, but he's not without fault. I solely blame Dyche for the football, but shit rolls uphill or downhill, whatever way it goes. And it has to start with
down, doesn't it?
I don't know. Look, let's just push Dyche down the hill and see which way he rolls. But yeah, so I'm saying Marinakis.
I blame whoever began the feud between Nuno and Edu, because I think if that didn't happen, Nuno would still be here and we would be doing absolutely fine.
But were we doing fine before the feud?
Yeah, so we're crap, mate.
Well, we don't know. We don't know
last season we were shocking, and we started off this season shocking. Apart from Brent, obviously.
The thing is, though, Nuno's a lot better manager than Dyche, and he may prove that.
Yeah, we wouldn't be in this position. I'm quite sure.
Yeah.
As for me, yeah, of course, ultimately it's Mr. Marinakis' fault. It always is the person at the top's fault because he's responsible overall. So yes, he's responsible for bringing in, despite the Edo agenda that's often quoted, he is responsible for bringing in both Postecoglou and Dyche, and they were both absolutely atrocious appointments. So yes, of course, Mr. Marinakis is ultimately responsible. However, he's been going through a lot. He lost his mum, which I know is a very difficult time to cope with. So maybe he's taken his eye off the ball a bit. He's not been down the games as often. So obviously his eye's been taken off the ball. He might have a few little court cases to attend to that we don't know about, and there's all these things going off in his life. So I think he has taken his eye off the ball and he's just picked what for him was the easy options. You had his mate Postecoglou, what a disaster, and then the guy who lives around the corner, Dyche. I think he's literally just gone, yeah, whoever, So yes, for me, ultimately, it has to be Mr. Marinakis' fault. There are mitigating circumstances, and I hope that the guy can get back to what he wants to be doing at the club, because he certainly doesn't want this. I'm positive. That's one thing I am sure about. He doesn't want this.
The thing is, though, if let's say you put blame on Marinakis is not necessarily a football expert. Somebody is giving him the information, presumably, to make those decisions. So, I mean, I don't know, if it was a normal company, for example, and you had, I don't know, 100 people in it, and somebody who was in senior management was crap, you wouldn't necessarily blame the chief executive of the company because they're reliant on other people to give them information.
Yeah, I mean, that's always the case, isn't it, Ben? But there again, when Mandelson goes around doing what he's doing, it's the Prime Minister that has to go. You know, that's just the way it goes.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
I said,
'cause you
don't
appointed
get
him.
me started on politics, and this would be an X-rated stream quite quickly. But yeah, no,
Let's move on from any politics. We don't want to. Yeah.
I hear it.
But the one thing about it being Marinakis, hey!
That's the beer. Oh, he's on the pints now.
I've gone off the vodka onto the lager. The one, and people accuse me, people actually accuse me of being alcoholic. The only time I ever drink is on stream.
Same. I literally never drink.
That's why I make an idiot of myself.
You know when you have to go to like the doctor's surgery and they say, "Do you drink?" Because I just put no, because I never drink apart from on here.
Yeah, same here. Yeah. People
Why do you
don't
wait to
realise
come on here
it's
to
actually
drink?
quite stressful coming on these programs, and we need a little bit of help sometimes. They think we're all cocky and big-headed, I mean, it's not us at all.
It is.
I'm not smashed. I'm not smashed.
Honestly, I'm gonna read loads of comments there saying, "Why you got that drunken old fool on again?"
I know. Come on, guys, give me a break. Give me a break. Well, I'm old. I've not got long for this world. Give me a break.
And you're a percentage of minutes of Tommy.
I'm not though. That's why. One vodka, one.
Yeah, but you do sound it, Anne. You do sound it.
And doesn't even come to the pub with us after the match. If you want to know who is an alcoholic,
Nicky.
Rob.
Rob. Nicky
goes
without saying, but Rob, yeah.
He's in the trend
Rob's
now after every match, literally crying if he doesn't get recognised.
Anyway, so
I was saying something that I can't remember. It was.
You didn't say who you blamed, Dan.
No, I did. I said Mr. Marinakis, unfortunately. But that's what I was going to say. The thing about Mr. Marinakis, I think that it will get himself together, and next season. I'm writing this season off, guys. I don't think we're going to win the Europa. And I was 95% sure we would before the season started. I was so confident with our squad. Just Villa just worried me a little bit. Anybody else I wasn't bothered about. But right now, from what I've seen from this team and this manager, I can only be honest and say I don't think we're going to win it now, which is a massive opportunity missed, by the way. But hopefully, in the summer, Mr. Marinakis will get rid of.
Wait.
When did you have to get rid of Edu? If you have to get rid of Edu, get rid of Edu. Whatever it takes to clear this club out. Because I'll tell you what, one thing that is really worrying me, I know I'm starting to ramble. One thing that really worries me is that we have a lot of really good players, despite the position we're in, and none of them are going to want to hang around at the moment. None of them.
Not with Dyche.
That's worrying. People like Nico Williams. Why the hell? He's a great football player. Why is he going to want to stay at Forest under this situation? He's not. So I'm hoping we can sort something out quickly.
You know what? Is this horrible of me to say? But did you see the video where Einar gave him some goalkeeper gloves after the Palace game?
No.
I don't know if it was AI or not, but if it was true, I don't know why, but it pissed me off, man. They were like joking around. Was it? Has anyone seen that?
I saw the one where
what happened?
In the changing room,
Yeah.
Einar was clowning around with him and gave him a pair of goalkeeper
Oh yeah,
gloves.
I did see that.
Was that legit?
When he handballed it.
Remember when he got sent off last week?
He was taking the mick out of him. I was annoyed as well, because the first thing I thought when I saw that video is these players don't give a shit. Or do you know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, it's absolutely wrong. Yeah.
Okay, it's AI.
I don't know.
AI video.
I bet you it's AI. I bet you it's AI.
No,
they're
because
all saying it's
I'm
AI.
sure there was a real video where he doesn't give him a glove. He just takes the mick out of him. I can't remember what it. Look, maybe I'm wrong, but I saw one on his Instagram or something where he was winding Nico Williams up, and Nico Williams looked not very happy.
I gotta tell
Yeah, I don't think
you, he's getting so good right now. Like, it's crazy, man. That Keir Starmer Omandi video, I thought it was really in for a bit, man.
Honestly,
But, yeah.
AI is just getting scarier and scarier. We're not scared. Actually, no. I'm gonna take that back. I'm not scared of AI at all. I think it's funny.
Is that what it was?
I'm hoping that in about 3 years, when we field a team, we just field an AI team and we just watch that and we win every game. Because I can't be asked for this football.
That's called FIFA.
Yeah, exactly. FIFA, but IRL.
There's
Yeah,
100% real
just
video.
imagine
He
in,
wasn't
in a
joking
few
with
years'
me.
time, I'll be able to score the
Yeah, I can't remember the glove.
winning final goal through AI. It'd be great.
Yeah.
Stritch, welcome to the dark side, my guy.
I've
Welcome.
been trying to remain neutral, but I can't anymore.
Welcome.
It's just sent me over the edge.
Yo, NFFC 2000, bro. Breathe. Remember what Gibbs White said? He can breathe now. Dyche is in. I wonder how that breathalyzer's freaking maxing out these days. Honestly, I didn't even notice.
Why did he? Yeah, but it's a bit scary to think. Why did he think that it was going to be better under Dyche? Is he football IQ wise a little bit backward?
I don't know, but look, I got to shoot to London in a sec. But I forgot to mention, why was Anderson so shit yesterday? Like that third goal epitomized his performance for me. He was so lazy with the
diamond into a pile of shit,
What?
right? If you drop a diamond into a pile of shit, it's hard for it to shine. You know that, don't you?
Yeah, but it's like the mass density of it maybe seeps through the bottom and then comes out the other side of it cleaner.
Not when it's one of Dyche's.
That pure fresh shit, man. Like a cow dung. Oh,
And the stream name.
big up to
that could be true. That could be true.
What?
True. Martin says his head could have been turned.
Yeah, but his head couldn't have been turned that much, man. I mean, he cleared the ball about 13 yards straight to the most freest Leeds player on the pitch. It was such a lazy clearance, and he was so deep back left. Like it was just. But
why is he there though? That's the point.
That's my point. That's my point.
That's why I find it difficult to put all the blame on the players, because if the tactics were right and the game plan was right, he wouldn't have been there.
I'm not gonna lie to you, boys. I am being extremely patient with these players, but there is going to be a game where they tip me over the edge, and I am going to rip the shit out of every single one of them.
I'm glad you brought this up. I've got a bone to pick with you. And this is genuine.
Well, can you pick it in 1 second?
You are very, very generous with your player scores. Very.
Well, I gave them all zeros.
If you say a player's had an average game, didn't really do anything, but it was all right, you give him a 7. No. Average is 5. Not 7.
Okay. Who was I generous
with? If a player's had an exceptional game, you should get an 8. You fought. I think you've given into the crowd, basically.
All right. Who was I generous with yesterday?
Morata.
I don't know. I didn't watch it. I didn't even watch the fucking game. I'm not going to watch the player ratings.
I'm going to watch the player ratings and then tell me who I was.
You were generous with Morata.
What did I give him?
0.
What do you want me to give him?
Yeah, the other day you gave Nico a 3. That should have been a flat 0, mate. He cost us.
You had my logic.
He cost us the game.
Well, anyway.
But you say, oh yeah, he's not really done anything. Average sort of game. Didn't notice him. A 7.
Here's my scale. What? For me, 6 is average. 6 basically means
I'll accept 6. It should be 5, but I'll accept 6.
All right, fine. But I'm just saying 6 is you walked on, you didn't piss me off, but you didn't really do anything amazing, right? That's a 6.
No, you give them a 7 when they do that. You do.
Mate, I don't have like this methodology. It's like I have 10 numbers on my screen here, and I'll press one of them.
I think in general, you're between.
Chat, am I too generous with the scoring, chat? Chat, do you think?
Don't ask them because they're even worse.
Why am I blurry?
Well, they keep telling me I'm too harsh. They keep telling me.
I know they do because they accept mediocrity. I got told off for it.
Well, they're watching us, aren't they? They're watching us.
Exactly. It's mediocre analysis.
No,
I mean I love the ball by ball action stuff. Spot on. But the play ratings two of it.
What ball by ball action stuff?
Huh?
What ball by ball?
You do on your watch along. That's brilliant.
Oh, the commentary.
commentary.
Oh,
Yeah.
you,
Oh.
and,
Not the commentary.
You
The ball by
featured, man.
ball.
you're worrying me there.
Am I really had that little sleep?
I was about to say that's definitely getting clipped. I love
Yeah,
my
pause that, man. Yeah. All right. Let me introduce you. Big up to Rob, becoming a new member. Absolute legend. Thank you so much. Big up to my golfing bud Chappie with the £5. He goes, Wolfie, do you want me to come up from Northampton and drop him back off in Kettering? So
Yes,
pissed off,
please.
want him gone now. Bro, you would have to disinfect your car. Do you know how many he would roll up and flick on the floor of your nice car, bro? I wouldn't wish that upon you. Just send an Uber.
Nathan messaged me the other day and said, what do we do with Dyche when he comes in Trent Nav after he's been sacked? Well, I suggested punching him, but he said, no, I've got a better plan. I'm going to get him to punch me and then I can sue him.
I was more worried about the disinfectant bill at the Trent Nav. Thank you, Chappie. Joker with the 199 says, ask ChatGPT what Forest best 11 is.
I like that. I like that.
I would, mate, but I have to get to London. I'm already late. It's my mum's birthday tomorrow. Yeah, I'm going to be such a good mood. I really am. And yeah, Stuart, you're bang on. 17 million turned down. Right, I'm going to send you over to Never a Foul. Put in their Dyche out in their chat. I got to shoot for my mum's birthday, dude. Oh, I'm not in the mood. I love my mum, but I'm just not in the mood. I will see you guys maybe. I think there's a video coming out tomorrow. Please like.
Can I just do this very, very quickly? I mean, I'll be 1 minute.
All right, hurry up because I'm late now, man. Go on.
1 minute. Sells in goal. Right back, Ola Aina. Centre back, Murillo. Centre back, Milenkovic. Left back, Nico Williams. Yep. Defensive midfielder, Nicolas Dominguez. No, I've gone off it. They've left Sangari out. Move
All
on.
right, on that bombshell, I'll see you tomorrow. Dyche out in the chat.
Dan and Doy's in it.
Come on, you red.
You read.